Hey, what's up, my little TisaTellss? Sit down, shut up. We got to talk about Ime and what's going on with the Celtics. You guys, nothing is adding up, okay? They came out with let me just bring you up to speed if if this is your first time at my channel. Hi, my name is Tisa. I am your favorite neighborhood gossip, right? We're calling it the Gossip Oracle, trying to find out what's going on with Ime Udoka, that is Nia Long's fiance, and person non grata with the Boston Celtics. Now, listen, there's a couple of things that we can say here that we know for a fact. We know for a fact he was suspended for a year. We know for a fact that's pretty much unprecedented, especially if you know the way the NBA rolls and how those players have been involved in stuff. We know that this pretty much looks like a firing because they're not even saying he can come back. They're saying they're going to revisit this after a year. We know an independent law firm was hired to look into accusations of him doing something. And baby, they found a lot because owners, we know for a fact, came in off of international vacations to handle this. We also know that whatever happened was so severe and so egregious that they literally, when they are literally on the verge of a championship, took the team out of his hands and I believe gave him to the assistant coach. We'll talk about in a second. We know this for a fact. We also know the NBA does not care if coaches sleep with staffers. Not really. We all know that what is going on doesn't make sense. We also know that Matt Barnes, yes, wound out, Gloria and Governor Matt Barnes, literally first went in along with everyone else saying, how could you do that? That's wrong. You treating a black man like that. Y'all having two double standards, and came out with the rah-rah. Because let's be honest, the NBA covers up and helps do a lot of grimy things. Well, morally grimy, not legally grimy. But they don't really intervene when their people are doing a bunch of morally grimy stuff. So what does that mean? It means that there's something big going on. Now, let's get into the new speculation that's coming up because some of the places we got the speculation from reported this news a day before Woj even reported it, right? Other people have burner accounts that were tweeting something. It is speculation, but they are reporting. However, now I was on Twitter, go watch my other videos. I did some research, okay? Now, go watch my other videos for the research. You know that first they said it was a lot of things coming up. This burner account, who, granted, this is all rumor and speculation, but they were the first to report that it was coming out before Woj even reported it. And then they came back and said that there are pregnancies involved and it is multiple women. All right, so now I'm bringing you more, I guess we can call them rumors, in the window, but I think we could agree that something is off, that Matt Barnes even said, whoa, I just found out what happened. It's 1,000 times worse. And I apologize for everybody involved, and I'm keeping my mouth shut. All right, we have a few theories about what it could be. And we also have the Celtics women staffers making some type of statement. I'll read you that. And more importantly, we have a theory that might actually make sense. Y'all ready for this? All right, let's get in. Buckle up. Like, subscribe, comment. It's YouTube, baby. You know how it works. You know I will follow a story to the bitter end. Come on, baby. It is YouTube. All right. So first off, right? Let's look at this. The team is saying that they learned over summer, some part of the summer, that there was a situation. They called in the law firm at some point. Okay. Are we all on the same page, right? The team is all in shock. They're trying to process it. But the thing is still everybody's speaking in code. What exactly are you trying to process? Because remember that red herring that everybody posted about him and the VP wife, right? People are now trying to say that that's the travel planner. The travel planner is a girl that's pictured. The VP's wife is someone that is not pictured. There may or may not be pregnancies. However, the burner account that got the story right 24 hours before literally said that there are multiple pregnancies. Again, this is rumor, speculation. but take it how you will, right? The girl that everybody is pointing at is saying that's the VP's wife is having an affair, right? We actually went to the girl. So Taylor James Lynch, his wife, is being widely, Kathleen is being widely reported as the person that, how do you say it, made the complaint, is involved with everything. Again, this is all speculation, but it has been posted in a lot of sports pages, right? Now, here's the thing. Taylor James Lynch is not a VP of the Celtics, but he worked there for a brief period in 2014, and that is how him and Kathleen met. You'll see in his bio, he is married to Kathleen Nemo Lynch. Shout out so much. Thank you so much for bringing me that. Now, why is this important? First of all, I want to say thank you so much for my girl Cassandra for doing that research and bringing me this. So why is this so important? Well, it's important for a number of reasons. The first of being, there were a lot of red herrings put out when Waj reported that. The first red herring, that this girl was the VP's wife, which she isn't. She might be the travel agent that booked Nia's travel. Even if she's the travel agent that booked Nia's travel, you guys wake up. Having an affair with someone that books your wife's travel might be morally reprehensible. It might be like you're insane, but it's not illegal. It's not enough to get a championship level coach suspended in the thick of it while they're trying to bring it home for the Celtics. It just doesn't make sense, right? And everybody I was talking about in sports was like, it doesn't make sense. That stuff happens all the time. That's not enough to get a coach fired. Now, there are rumors of obsessive behavior, stalking, I don't want to get into that because I want to stay monetized, but y'all feel what I am saying. Now, I do want to say that there was another interesting theory that was posited to me. I want to actually get this up here. This was from Melanie King. She said she heard from a very good source close to the situation that he slept with players' wives and one was a star player's. Now, remember that trade with Kevin? We'll get into that later. My whole point is this is all speculation, but I would say that from what I know of the NBA, sleeping with a player's wife, a star player's wife, if this is to be believed, would make more sense because they have the power to actually get people fired. Do you see what I'm saying? They say the player found out and snitched. He gave an ultimatum, him or me. The other players were told as well, and a few relationships are about to end. They cannot fire him for that because the wives are not staff. Now, here's the thing. This also made sense. And again, y'all, listen, we're talking, right? Until the court case that has been promised comes out, this is speculation. But baby, like if we can speculate about who's going to win the NFL and the NBA playoffs, baby, I can speculate about what's going on too. All right. Now, listen, this does make sense. One, a star player would have the thing to go on. But also, two, get this, right? And again, this is speculation. Get this. Matt Barnes, right? Stephen, what's his name, from the guy that first was like, you need to do this. Matt Barnes is not cool with the owners, but he is cool with a lot of players. And it would make sense that Matt Barnes found out what was going on because other players knew what was going on. Do you see what I'm saying? So the owners only speak to people in Sports Center, this and that, stuff and whatever, right? However, they wouldn't speak to Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes doesn't appear to be in that inner circle when it comes to owners and stuff dealing with staff and the actual organization. But he is mad cool with a lot of players. So it makes sense that this is something, issue that popped up with the star player. Now, right? Get this. This is where I'm just like, I just wanted to listen. I bring you guys what I hear. This has not been verified, but I thought it was an interesting theory that kind of moves. Now get this, right? They said the other players were told as well, and a few relationships are about to end. They cannot fire him, Ime, for that because the wives are not staff. They hired an outside firm to investigate After a month, they uncovered he slept with staffers too. So they had the smoking gun. That is why Matt Barnes said it was 100 times worse than what he thought. There's a rumor, multiple pregnancy, but they can't say if it's a staffer or a wife, but they're saying they know, right? They say, yes, he messed with an exec's wife who is allegedly pregnant. Again, this is Melanie, this is speculation, but I don't know. What do y'all think? Yes, he messed with an exec's wife who's allegedly pregnant. She was confronted and now claims the R, the big R. They said, I will not entertain her claim without evidence because too many men have been falsely accused. Have they? I mean, have they? Okay, let's move on, right? Execs flew in from around the world in complete crisis mode. The travel agent is just a red herring. He is not fired because his sexual escapades are not covered in his NDA. So he can do a tell-all and they are terrified. He's going to get a big payoff to keep his mouth shut, as well as Nia. First of all, how's Nia going to do a tell-all? She didn't even know what was going on unless he came clean to her. But this is an interesting angle, that the reason they're freaking out is because they're afraid he's going to do a tell-all. I mean, would he do a tell-all? Because wouldn't that end his whole career? How much could he make from that tell-all that he wouldn't make as a coach of a championship league? However, they are suspending him. I don't know, guys. What do you think? This is why Matt Barnes said, and again, because it was the player's wife, they couldn't really do anything. Remember that guy that the Celtics was trading? What is his name? That literally tweeted, I'm never going to forget the way y'all disrespected me. And they were trading him for Kevin Durant. And we were like, why would you trade for Kevin Durant? Right? It just seemed like odd. Like, why would you change a star player for Kevin Durant? And he said, I'll never forget this disrespect. Again, the star player would have that pull. Second of all, if the star player was like, get him out of here. And the guy was like, Ime was like, yo, whatever. But then they found out he was also messing with staffers. And then they could say, now we got you on a workplace violation. Let's also not forget this weird press release that they put out saying it's just a lot to process. Listen to this, right? This is the players were taken by surprise, saying, I just feel like everybody else, just a lot to process. This is Jason Tatum said, unexpected, especially coming into the season. You feel a certain way coming off of last. You're excited, trying to do all these things, and it's just a lot if I'm being honest. I guess along with everybody else, I'm just trying to process it all, knowing that we have to practice tomorrow. But get this, Marcus Smart, he's a guard, said, the initial reaction was literally a state of shock. We couldn't believe what we were hearing. It's hitting us from all angles, and we're just trying to figure it out, just like everybody else. Everybody was in attendance at the meeting. We wanted to know. They told us what they knew, and it took off from there. Again, everybody's talking about the real reason. You guys are his teammates. You would know. But get this. He said it's frustrating from all ends of not knowing, not understanding, because you don't know. You just try to focus on the things you can control and the things you know. From what we know, the organization has handled it the right way, although we didn't know as much of what we do now. We're okay with that, but we would still like to know, like you said, because the simple fact that it did happen so fast and everything that we start to build is starting in a sense now. You guys, he's somebody that we all respected and that we're going to be rallying behind him. We're going to really put in the time and work to get this done. That's when they're talking about Joe Mazzulla, the assistant coach, taking over. First of all, the Celtics are probably screwed. And for you to snatch Mr. Udoka out just like that, we know it's real. Now, this is the last thing I want to bring up, right? Celtic reported details of humiliation female staffers faced in Ime's scandal. Now, this to me sounds like a hit piece for the owners to justify why they suspended him for the whole year, because it makes no sense. He said, I think I'd be doing everyone and every female in the Celtics organization a disservice if I didn't step in on this. This is the owner, right? The last few days have been hard terms of emotions ranging from heartbreak, sadness, defeat, at some times in anger and humiliation. Again, where's this anger and like, why are we speaking about this? Can somebody on the burner account just tweet what's going on? Because everybody knows that they're speaking. Social media felt that it was completely fine to take innocent people's names in our organization, their personal photos, and put them out there for speculation that damages careers and damages reputations. So are they trying to say now that the photo that's circulating, that allegedly it's rumored, again, everything's rumored, nothing's been proven, that he's having an affair, that was a lie, and he's not having an affair with that staffer? And if he's not, where did these rumors come up from? Because again, somebody get Waj on the phone. He's the one that leaked this. They said, so this one girl says, every woman in our organization has worked extremely hard to get where she is at, and she deserves and earns everything that she has a right for now. For things in the Celtics and what we're doing moving forward, things do need to change. You need to stand up, support us, and hear us. Okay, so from this we can glean, it wasn't just one, it wasn't just two, it was multiple women in the organizations. So through this press release, you pretty much just confirmed it's multiple women. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere, right? They need to stand up, support us, and hear us. As a female of the Celtics organization, it's woman. I don't like when women use the term females. It's woman. Watching these last few days unfold has been heartbreaking. Seeing uninvolved people's names thrown around in the media, including mine, with such carelessness is disgusting. It is. This is a step backwards for women in sports who have worked hard to prove themselves in an industry they deserve to be in. That was from Amanda Plufgrad. God, these names. Oh my God. These names. She said, and again, Brad, the Celtics president, said, the only thing I'd like to say is that we have a lot of talented women in our organization. I thought yesterday it was really hard on them. Nobody can control Twitter speculation, rampant BS, but I do think that as an organization, we have a responsibility that we're going to support them now because a lot of people were dragged unfairly into this, right? Again, so are they saying that it was the girl that everybody is pointing her finger at, Taylor's wife? Are they now saying that that's not her? And if it's not her, why don't you just come out and throw a cloak of protection over her and say, y'all, it's not her, you're tripping, just stop. Why indeed? You guys, this story is developing. I'm going to bring you everything I hear. And when we get some confirmation, I'm going to bring that too. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, comment, and I will talk to you later. Praying for all involved, including us. I hope we get some tea, because honestly, if this is really something that bad, shouldn't you let someone know so he doesn't get hired at another institution? I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.